Hi there, my name is Tonya and I am the holistic health practitioner here at Critical Bench. I want to thank you for joining me today in this video. What I want to talk with you about very briefly, and I'm going to keep this as non-sciencey as possible, is Alzheimer's and genetics. So if this is a topic or an issue that hits close to home with you or is an area of concern, please keep watching. All right, so probably the biggest question, or the one that creates the most anxiety, is if somebody in my family has Alzheimer's, does that mean that I'm going to get it? Does that mean you're going to get it? Well, 100% not exactly, okay? However, if one or more, if one or both of your parents does have Alzheimer's or has been diagnosed with Alzheimer's, you are at an increased risk because science has identified a genetic link with respect to developing Alzheimer's. Now again, it doesn't mean that because your father or your mother has developed Alzheimer's that you're doomed, that you are going to develop this disease. It does, though, mean that your risk is increased. So, finding out as much as you can about the disease, knowing what the warning signs are, going in and talking to your doctor, these are all things that you want to keep in the back of your mind without getting yourself worked up about something that hasn't even happened yet and may not, all right? So I want to do my very best to keep this video not as not a scare tactic, not something to alarm you, but for information, okay? This is for information. This is what I found out reading journals and reports and research, because this is a topic that hits very close to home for me, and it is a concern that I have for myself. And it can be very easy to start reading and let your brain just, that runaway train that takes off and puts you into fear mode, where you're kind of self-diagnosing and getting yourself very, very worried about something that you don't need to. But information is very powerful. Information puts us in the proactive seat. It puts us in a place of, being in control of our own health, or at least being in control of taking action and getting answers and getting help and getting support. Now, early onset Alzheimer's is not as common or isn't as frequently diagnosed, and that happens between the 30s to the mid-60s. A lot of times, or most cases, Alzheimer's is typically diagnosed 65 and on, but there is such a thing as early onset, and it does show up as early as the 30s and up to the mid-60s. What science and what research has showed us is that some of these cases can be caused because of a mutation with respect to genes. So specifically, mutation of single genes on chromosomes 1, 21, and 14. Now, hearing that information, it can sound very scary, but here's what's positive, or here's what you can do with that. You can actually go and get genetic testing done specifically to test for, what is your likelihood? Do you carry the mutations on these genes? Do you have these genes on these chromosomes that have been linked to an increased risk of developing Alzheimer's? That's powerful stuff in terms of being able to get some answers, because ultimately knowing something, well, in my opinion, knowing something is better than not knowing anything. I would rather have information and then create a plan of action, as opposed to sitting at home worrying and wondering, what are my risk factors? Where am I at? Is this something that can happen? Will it happen? How do I prepare for it? How do I prepare my family for it? How am I going to look after myself? So, we have the luxury in today's day and age with medical advancements to have genetic testing done. And if you are somebody where Alzheimer's tends to run in your family, maybe a parent of yours has been diagnosed, maybe other family members have been diagnosed, I can't help but believe that a doctor, knowing that, would be more than happy and more than willing to set up genetic testing for you, all right? Now, late onset Alzheimer's, which is what most cases are and when they're diagnosed, science hasn't really found a specific gene, but if I'm understanding the research correctly, and this is really sciencey stuff, there's a lot of numbers and a lot of letters and a lot of dashes, there's a lot of very, very specific medical verbiage with the research. And while they haven't necessarily found the link or a link that is concrete. What they have found is that there is one mutation on a specific gene. I believe it has to be on chromosome 19, and that there does seem to be a correlation that if that mutation on one specific gene on that chromosome, if it's present in you, that you are at an increased risk. But it sounds like there was either more research being done on that, or again, genetic testing being really the way to go. So again, the video is for information. It's to be helpful to you. It's not to make you feel scared or worried. Chances are, if you're watching this video, this is already something that is a concern of yours. So go in and see your doctor. Go in and demand the testing. Go in and demand getting answers, because with that information, either you will find out something either way. And from there, you can create a plan of action to move forward with your health in a way that best serves you and best supports you. I want to thank you for watching the video today, and if you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up and please share it with friends and family. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to our channel. We've got thousands of fantastic videos here, lots of content for health, nutrition, fitness, a lot more videos on Alzheimer's that you can take a look through. Again, my name is Tonya. I am the Holistic Health Practitioner here at Critical Bench. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful, healthy, and very, very happy day.